Quick on this flank. Still yet to break contact towards this A drop. If Shanks can buy any time, this flank could be open, but it looks like they'll already be out. No! Contact broken, and it's 1-for-1 initially.
Yeah, I mean, eeiu going 1-for-1 huge. Also having that information. Hey, guys, everybody's coming from this dish side. They're going to do their best to clear out A main. Fortunately, the rendezvous will get Shanks to safety. And things are even still here in the pistol. Neptune, we're going to toss out the boombot for some extra information. It's only Hayes left on the site. Oh, man, it's not a great place to be. The boombot, the paint shells, the flash, it's all there. And the retake is just around the corner. A nice nebula smoke to cross over towards A main and Android and Som. Well, they've got a lot to get done and not a whole lot to work with as that spike continues to tick. Som gonna go back towards the angle, spots out the first, takes one down, stops the defuse, forced to reload, and
to convert this round. That's basically their insurance policy against these lesser arms. But notice towards the north side of the map, Rise is again working this push forward towards Arcade.
Oh, and Tex caught in the fault line. Android's here and isn't stunned up. Oh, Tex just gonna try and fight this one out as Android sneaks away across the ropes. He will go. But a 1-for-1 overall. Meanwhile, on the other side of this B side, it's the exact opposite, right? Rise pushing out towards Arcade, trying to gain that position. And you said they're going to have to retake A or retake B. And this is that retake B situation. NRG, they use that tree side. They make their way onto their site in the eeiu. Having a heyday here. Still hanging on to the ultimate. The Rolling Thunder not needed here in round 3 just yet. And unfortunately for Rise, they're down to their last 2. And I believe they're both spotted out. Nebula going to go up. Can look to play on the inside as the flash doesn't find too much, but that spike is ticking, and at this point for Rise, they can only hope for damage.
Yeah, and damage would be good in towards this round, but crucially on the side of NRG, didn't have to use that Rolling Thunder. They maintained that for a rainy day, but I want to talk about that round a little closer, because it was the same setup we saw in the pistol. Heavy push towards the north side bridge of the map, and I talked about in that round, the downsides are you're conceding a lot of...
The first couple of diffuses, so he is going to have the Cosmic Divide online. We'll see how that comes to fruition, or if it comes to fruition here in this round. And I think ultimately we still have eeiu's ult to talk about, right? That Rolling Thunder. And the boombot. Oh no, the teleport taken down as well. Som got to try and fight his way out of this one. No, Hayes is there to back him up, but they're quickly cleaned up there. The mops are out for Rise. No teleport available. A very tricky spot to be in. And speaking of teleports, Shanks get away to safety. Supamen making sure that nobody pushes through tower for free. And it's the snake fight. It gets a little weird. It gets a little wonky. But they know where the spike is, which tells you that somebody from NRG has to go this way. And now they're just completely corralled.
Yeah, they're locked into this one. The only way out would be to take that fight, try and rotate back through Arcade. But Rise isn't really giving any options. They're playing this one close to their chest, but Derrek still has utility. He'll flash forward. That's a first for NRG.
A good flash, good frag. Unfortunately, just numbers not in favor. Another great flash, but the Viper utility means sure your take is going to be strong, but that retake is going to be just as potent for Rise here on the defense. Meanwhile, Shanks atop the site, Rolling Thunder. Now going to find a couple of stuns. Shanks unfazed for now. Going to send one back in response, and we'll see if Rise go aggressive, but they just try to contain. Here comes the swing, and it's Tex to find the first. The showstopper gets popped, but immediately stripped away as Neptune falls. A player leaps through the ropes and is answered by eeiu. The spike should be planted, and meanwhile the flank is getting... Showstopper in, Cosmic Divide to cut things off. The site is clear. Rendezvous is here, and I'm wondering if they're going to try and take care of that. That they will. Hayes now to get that plant on. It's a full 5v5, but again, the ults, they're just perfect here for NRG. The Viper's Pit down on the site makes it near impossible to work your way through this one. Som, although not in a great spot, playing on the inside of that pit, having the tour de force online. And what does Rise have for this one? Right, looks to be a push through A main, trying to find the first. It's Tex on the opposite side of the box, and the corner doesn't go clear. Neptune falls. Shanks there to trade it back, though, but NRG, they're just fighting forward. They're not going to allow for Rise to try and take this space. Instead, they take the fight right to them, and they find themselves in a 2v1. But that clock has ticked so far gone. That pit is still up. Superman has no options. Finally, allow the pit to go down. And sure, the frags are coming.
Tour de force. Now it's the proper guns, and now it's a proper operator. Up for Shanks. He wants an early duel here.
Oh,
how does that miss?
Yeah, that's a tough place to be. Unfortunately, no harm, no foul, and he's able to get another chance. Meanwhile, he'll be traded out. Tex will find another at Supa to fall, and Tex somehow keeps getting out of these duels. Low HP, but plenty of health to stay alive and help his team. He's also got the paint shells, should he need them. As the crunch The top side of the map slowly comes to fruition here. eeiu holding the angle. Neptune first up to bat, and it's eeiu actually to strike out. Neptune, a home run there. Now looking for more as two players up inside tower. The spike planted in the clock, ticking here in the 3v3. Nice fault line's gonna force him back. A gust of wind would take down Tex, but he's still alive. The paint shells to buy some time of his own is poised. Pick one up onto Android on the site. Neptune gonna grab the next, and now Sam trying to fight his way on through it. It's just Orb's definitely the name of the game. Is oh my god, Tex tried to go up, but Neptune rips him out of the sky and wants some more. The paint shells to force Android back. He's now gonna have to try and reassume that position and fight forward. Fortunately, Toxic Scream to allow him to push up. The Boombot reveals the position as we go Rolling Thunder for Rolling Thunder, and it's a complete standstill. Meanwhile, Supa with the high ground, and a Spectre takes some damage, but a favorable trade as he found a kill, and NRG are just starting to get cut down. A near flawless thus far as Derrek showstopper available for Neptune here in this round. Tour de Force on the opposite side, though, going to take down the actual operator. So 4,700 credits just on top of drop. The A-site's been assumed here by NRG. Saw him going to fall. Neptune didn't give up his position just yet. Didn't go elsewhere. Also didn't go hunting, and instead is rewarded with that kill onto Tex, who had snuck away earlier in the round. And sure, the spike is planted, but hazed again, stuck on the site. eeiu just on the outside, but 4 players to worry about as we go Cosmic Divide for Cosmic Divide. Only a small area to work with that these rounds will penetrate, and one of them isn't from main, so eeiu forced to push forward, and they're taken down. The rendezvous still available, so it allows for some more aggression, and Shanks, he's not going to fall off the line just yet. Goes back for a third shot. He goes 2 for 3. Still pretty good to swing favors, or things back in favor of Rise as they're looking for their 7th here on Fracture. It's Android gonna sneak away here. Shanks still holding the angle. Shanks not gonna give it up, but Sam will force him to give up the angle. Now Supa the next one to answer here, and it's just an operator up close and personal.
30 seconds left. Sam is in towards the site, and there's a pit to come on down. Rise, they don't really have a recourse for this. The spam would have been their best chance, but now with 20 seconds left on the clock, denying the plant the biggest priority. However, the utility to do so lacking. Derrek is dissuaded, and despite the heavy investment of utility, spikes down, and on a retake.
And NRG, I mean, they're just cleaning up. Derrek, the last one standing. The op will finally be taken down, but a pit still stands. And Derrek still needs to try and work through it. The eeiu push not only in a big series for them, you just don't want to go winless. And, okay, we get that same energy we saw from Rise as they fight for the top side of the map. The crunch works perfectly. And guess what? Maybe the best present of all, it's the spike right at their feet.
A lovely present to pick up here as Rise will look to be the Grinch in this game. 2-5 on the work back in, and Shanks has already revealed his position. eeiu holding a crossfire. Contact will be broken. A swing should come from the other side. It'll be Tex for 3, and eeiu just...
And nothing found close. Little do they know, 4 defenders on this side of the map. Fault line, stars go down, paint shells and flashes go out, but a beautiful snake bite can find the vulnerability and the frag onto Neptune. Fortunately, Supa's there to trade it back. It's a 13 HP Tex, and this time, there's no way for him to survive. Rise with rifles in their hands are slowly chipping away the lesser buy of the defense. Limit it all up to eeiu and hazed here with the spike planted. And a 2v4 and only a couple of Spectres as Supa narrowly escapes death, and at the end of the day, singing his prayers as hazed just goes fishing through the toxic screen. Not long for this world with Spectre in hand. Can only hope. Or it's an economic, there we go, economic damage here in this round.
Trying to isolate these duels, but little does he know that Shanks has taken the long way around to walk that road all the way.
3 players up on top of drop, and eeiu's ready for this one. Toxic screen goes down, flash goes out, and it's going to force the breach off the angle. Now the Viper's pit also making an appearance here in this round, but Tex, a big kill with the paint shells. Now the showstopper online as he picks up, well, himself and another as Neptune falls, but the pit still stands. Right there. And the Supamen on the inside, eeiu just on the outside, and that spike, it's not planted. So much damage dealt there from Tex.
Oh, this position is so cool up top because the way the Viper pit works, if you're looking down, you can see further. So from that elevated angle, he can see slightly further on in. POISED is actually taking the sacrifice here. He was stunned up, so will fall, but this puts Supamen in towards a winning position. He only has to isolate the duels, and seeing that flash fly across his screen shows him where both these players are. He has the wrap, he has the play. The question is, can he finish the job?
Unfortunately, the spike is outside the pit, so they've since healed up. Now the pit can go down, maybe. Oh, he tried to the ult online, so that Rolling Thunder is probably something we see. Speaking of ults, Poise gonna drop down the Cosmic Divide. Tom just underneath as Neptune gets taken down. He's gonna hop onto the other side of the Cosmic Divide. He survives for now. You can't say the same for Rise. They're taking down 2 members already as they head the opposite way, but they've only got 20 seconds. It seems like they're just forced to save, yeah.
Yeah, completely locked out in that one. Really good position to play, just close within that smoke. The case here is NRG are on the precipice. This could be the swing round. If Rise lose this one, their economy is shattered. They won't have many ults to work with. And it may well just be a map 1 swing towards NRG. As will be another setup towards an A split here. Heavy on the dish side. Probably just a Neptune ult to go off of this. They have to deal with Som, and it cannot best him.
Nope, that they can't. Fortunately, he does eventually fall to the showstopper, but the snakebite is perfect. The vulnerability gonna get caught are Neptune and Derrek. As they look to jump right through it, they're taken down with a few body shots from Poise. Now the last one standing, but he'll fight his way out. The fault line doesn't quite land.
They're just going for a straight-up hit towards A here.
Yeah, just the full send, and it's Hayes caught out in the Rolling Thunder. Top shot won't land just yet. Go back to the angle as eeiu fights his way forward. That is not somebody that you want to run into if you're Rise, but eventually he'll be answered. He'll be silenced. But Som's still alive. Can't deny the plant. Can maybe deny some of the long angles out towards main. Instead, gonna use that rendezvous to try and keep the players hunkered down on the side. It's 2 underneath. The fault line goes out. Derrek vulnerable, but a sliver, and well, now he's the last one alive. A sliver for his chances of survival, as it's a blast pack to do it. It's NRG to pick up map 1 here in Fracture.